You may be wondering, is the STAAR test really that different? In this video, part 2 of my STAAR 2.0 series, I will discuss the ways in which the new STAAR test starting in 2023 will be different than past STAAR tests. Angela here from Custom Classroom, helping make test prep simple. So we know there's a new STAAR test this year in 2023, but is it really that different than tests we've seen before? The answer is yes and no. I know change can be scary, but it can help to focus on what has stayed the same. Remind yourself that a lot of the tests will remain the same. There will be a ton of multiple choice questions still. More than half of the test could be exactly like students remember. So don't toss all your past lessons out. So many of the best practices you've used in the past years will still be extremely important. It is also important not to forget that the whole point of the redesign was not to teach to the test, but for the test to better model a variety of ways students work in class. But change is coming, so we must prepare. Simply knowing what is new on the test, you will be in a better place to make small changes to class activities that will expose students to the new format. Such as one of the major changes, the new item types. Show students that these questions are not really that different. For example, multi-part is really just a normal multiple choice question, but now it has a second multiple choice question that is looking for text evidence. Students answer both of these kinds of questions in the past. Now they are just combined together. Multi-select is just a multiple choice question that now has a few more options on it. Students will now have to pick from a larger number of choices and select more than one. Hot text is a bit more visually different than before. Before, students saw text evidence questions like these, just the answer choices were separated. Now the choices are all placed within the text, so students are selecting a sentence exactly from the text. An inline choice question in the past would have looked similar to this question, but now these questions will have students select from a drop-down menu instead of a traditional A, B, C, D choices. I hope you are starting to see a trend that many of these new item types are really not that different. Very minor changes can help prepare students for the new format. Now, the match table grid is quite different and more complex, so worth spending time on with your students, as well as short and extended constructed response questions. And the biggest visual difference is the test being on the computer versus paper. A majority of our students are not used to this, but hopefully through COVID and virtual learning, students are becoming more comfortable with learning and working online. I will go into more depth about these major changes in part 3, so do watch the other videos to help you feel better prepared and to help your students be at their very best come testing time.